Good afternoon, everyone. European gas prices all-time record high, and we keep hearing it'll only stabilize if it's not a brutally cold winter. Multiple times up to October 13th, you're going to need extra gas. Asia, wherever it's purple, you're going to need extra gas. China closing down factories everywhere you see the dark gray. Export restricted, factories closed, nothing coming, including repair parts for trucks that deliver food into our cities. Silicon metal, 3x increase in price. Nationwide power crunch in China. It just keeps rolling in. There's a feedback loop, just like there is. Comparing 2020 to 2021, global temperatures down. A bicyclist in Florida got a strange email from Google that said law enforcement was requesting his user data. This bicyclist found out he was a suspect in a burglary. His Google location pinged him near the scene of a crime a year earlier. He was innocent. He was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. His phone betrayed him. Google says it received 11,554 similar warrants from law enforcement, each one requesting a user's geolocation. This is why a VPN like Virtual Shield is so important. It hides your location from tech giants. You can head over to virtualshield.com, and in the download tab, I'm going to choose Firefox. And click Install Now to add the Virtual Shield add-on. It's just that easy. And get started with your free 30-day trial. Install it, click Connect. You'll see the shield turn from red to green. And you'll see how from my initial service provider, I was able to even change my IP. Virtual Shield Network protected. This is why I highly recommend Virtual Shield VPN. Get 50% off for life with a free 30-day trial. Download it today. Go to virtualshield.com/adapt2030 or click on the link in the description box below. And now on with the video. And I want to start right off here. Dr. Roy Spencer's site comparing global temperatures in different regions from 2020 September and now 2021 September in the books. Globally, from last year, the temperature has dropped. And if you look where the steepest drops are, Northern Hemisphere and the tropics. You could throw the Arctic in for good measure as well. And the La Nina coming into winter for the Northern Hemisphere is going to continue to amplify, so we'll see changes from that. Record cold expected all Southern Hemisphere for the next 2 weeks as well. Tropical tidbits is where we're going to go in just a minute. And all eyes are on European gas prices. The stockpile levels are incredibly low for this time of the year. Record prices for gas, equivalent of $230 a barrel if you were going to convert to oil. And the entire news feed is about these prices are only going to subside if Asia and Europe have mild winters. And I would go on a journey through time with you here to the modern minimum, 1640 to 1710. These are reconstruction charts of two different parts of the year. Annual temperature change globally. This is about 10,000 different peer-reviewed studies that were sandwiched together to get a global overview of how much temperatures truly drop during either the entire year or just the winter during a grand solar minimum. Let's take a look at the right chart here. Winter temperature change is what we would be looking at. That dark blue, let's widen that out a bit and invert it so you can see as if we would be on the North Pole looking downward. That blue is stretching through Germany out coastal and other areas moving into winter that were 1.75 degrees Celsius cooler than the normal. And that includes an enormous amount of the United States, especially where we grow crops. So all of this talk of it's a mild winter will be saved. Don't hold your breath. West Texas Intermediate, highest since 2014. So wherever you look across the globe, energy prices are going to pinch. And an example of this making the news feeds through the last day, Italy raising energy prices for electricity 29.8% in a single weekend. So imagine your energy bill increasing 30% in a single weekend. And then on top of that, fuel increasing 30% over a weekend. How much extra disposable income do you have to heat your home and drive your car? The talk of Europe having an above average winter so they don't run out of gas. Well, you know what? It's already starting. Where you see the dark purple, October 7th, they're going to need more gas. October 9th, dark purple, they're going to need more gas. That's right around freezing. October 10th, more gas. October 11th, more gas. October 12th, a lot more gas. So if you're hoping for a mild winter so gas prices decrease, you might turn to prayer. Silicon, the actual metal silicon, increasing 3x coming out of China. Reason? National power crunch, or another way to phrase it is nationwide power shortage. See, they don't want to use that word there. Shortages in China for power. Unthinkable just a few years ago. Truly unthinkable. CCP? Well, they're going to have to resort to something fast because people don't like to live without power and have all their factories shut down and all their livelihoods squeezed even further. But look at the spike in metal price right there in the last months running up. Let's stay in China for a second. Found this chart off of Bloomberg, which was from the National Development and Reform Commission coming out of China. Public press release of where and what the power shortages are about. So if it's a public release, you know it's going to be the state of things are very hidden in China, shall we say. I like the way they color-coded, at least publicly coming out, saying everything that we make in China, you're not going to get anymore. Our supply chains are breaking down at the manufacture point. Forget the shipping. Just not going to be manufactured in China. That dark brown gray where it says thermal coal shortages, they have stopped almost every single factory. And if you're looking down in Guangdong, that's a huge manufacturing area. Pearl River Delta, shut. And the light blue really says it all because our hopes are all on wind further up in Heirloom, Jiang, and Jilin. But as we look up there, shortage of coal and renewables. Wind patterns are shifting, not reliable. In the red, coming clean, finally, the energy targets are reducing output there. But Zhejiang has the Ningbo port and the special economic zones there all the way through Shanghai and Hangzhou. So wherever you look, if you think things are going to be made to repair our vehicles, this is a perfect example. Drivetrains and chassis assembly repair parts for our 18-wheelers running down the roads to put food in your supermarkets is not coming. Those factories are closed. Ships are stacking up. If U.S. News is like, wow, 70 ships offshore, apparently China has 200 waiting to unload. Nearly 3x the wow moment here in the United States. So as we come into this, shall we say, tumultuous time, the same thing is featured again. Oh, we're hoping that Asia has a warmer than average winter, so the draw on gas won't drive prices to unattainable levels globally. Well, October 9th, more gas is going to be needed. And October 10th, thermostats going way, way up. We're seeing the repeat of extra cool, extra early. Europe, United States with the snows, now Asia. Energy prices up and up, which is the reason you probably want to have some stored emergency food supplies. My Patriot Supply and Adapt 2030, the 3-month emergency food supply. 25-year shelf life. Give yourself the peace of mind knowing you have stored foods that you don't have to wander out in the chaos. You can just wait for that to alleviate and then go out in safety. Food is absolutely going to define this 21st century, along with energy prices and risks we're finally realizing as a global interconnected community that we're all sharing. Thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of the video, and I'll see you next time.